If you want to boost your confidence quickly and you want to learn about applied tools that actually work for thousands of people to build their confidence, then you're going to want to watch this video. That's what this channel is all about. And specifically, I'm going to teach you one thing that you can do that's going to boost your confidence. And I guarantee that it will boost your confidence today if you are to use it. And in order to talk about it, we're going to talk about golf. I don't actually play golf, but this is exactly how golf or any other sport or any other instrument or any other skill works. Let's say you didn't play golf either. And you and I said, you know what? We should be golf buddies. But the problem is neither of us plays golf. So what do we need to do? Well, let's get some lessons, I guess. Okay. You got to find someone to give you a lesson. Where is that person going to take you? Are they going to take you out on the golf course? No. They're going to take you to the driving range. The driving range. And what do you do when you go to the driving range? You buy what? A bucket of balls. Do you buy one ball? You say, all right, here's your one ball for today. And I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. You stand like this. You put your butt out like that. You bring your arms back like that. You can tell I totally play golf. And then whack. Oh, yeah. You didn't hit that ball. Well, go home. I guess you're not going to be a golfer. Right? That's absurd. We know it's kind of stupid when I use that metaphor, right? But same thing with an instrument, with a guitar. You pick up the guitar, play me a song. Well, give me that guitar back. You're never going to be a guitarist. Shameful. Right? But this is exactly what we do when it comes to building our confidence. Unfortunately, we do not apply that same theory that it's a learned skill, that all I got to do is put my energy and focus into it and I will get it. And the best way to get it is to get a bucket of balls. And in the realm of confidence, what that can be described as is something that I call your risk rate. So if you want to become more confident in any area, conversations, dating and relationships, it's public speaking, selling, anything, the best thing that you can do right now is to get yourself a bucket of balls and start whacking at them. Now, of course, you can learn along the way, right? You get some lessons, you get some feedback, you get someone that videos your swing and tells you some things. Great. That's going to accelerate the process. But it doesn't matter how many videos on YouTube you watch about how to hit a golf ball really far. You're not going to get very good at it at all until you've swung like 1,000 times or more, probably much more than that to get really good, right? It's the same thing with increasing your risk rate when it comes to building anything that you want in your life. So if you want to get better at talking to people, you got to take a lot of risks to talk to people. Back in the olden times, 400 years ago, when I was building my confidence in dating, I remember I spent many years of my life in the cage of social anxiety, so I was never going to talk to a woman. No way, no how. And then at some point, I reached that threshold moment, that breaking point where I was like, I got to do something. And I started on this path that I'm on. I remember eventually, after just finally making the decision, like, F it, I'm just going to start going for it more in my life, I needed to go out and gasp, talk to women, real women in the world. It's terrifying. And I would go out and I'd say, okay, I'm going to go talk to her. And then I'm going to talk to her. And I would, in the course of an afternoon, try to talk to 4 or 5 women, right? And it didn't have to be like I'm getting numbers and dates. It was just like interact. That to me felt like the risk. And then eventually the risk might be to flirt a little bit, or the risk might be to ask for a number or contact information, right? So there's different risks, but increasing the risk rate. Because if your risk rate is really far apart, you can't see my other arm. Let's put it out even further. It's this big. It's really far apart. That's like driving to the driving range and hitting one golf ball and then driving home. It's pointless. And so in order to really make the change that you want, you got to increase your risk rate. And I know what I'm saying might not be radically new information for you. And I honestly don't care if it's going to blow your mind with newness and novelty. That's not the point. The point is to share what works. And so when I'm working with a client and I'm assessing if they're making great progress, great, we'll build on that. But anyone who's getting stuck, one of the first things I'm looking at is their risk rate. And maybe they have a story about why they can't take the risks, or they have another story about why it's not going to work out, or they have another story about, and we do some work to dismantle those stories. But at the end of the day, the metric that I'm watching is their risk rate. And so that's the benefit of this channel. You get the wisdom and insight I have from working with thousands of people at this point, get the gems and share them with you. So increase your risk rate. And if you're having a hard time with that, you're like, oh, I know that, but I just don't know how to do it. You might need to take things further. I certainly needed more help in my life to get to where I am. And if you want that, I would love to support you in that way. You can get one of my home study courses. One's called Confidence University, full in-depth 4 series of courses. And if you want more support, more guidance, join what I think is the best wolf pack in the world, which is the Unstoppable Confidence Mastermind. I work with people in a small group for 12 months, and over the course of the year, their lives radically transform. So if you're drawn to either of those options or any other way I can support you, at the end of the day, you got to increase that risk rate. And if you're just telling yourself, I'll do it later, or it's too hard, or I can't, you're never going to play golf. Although never playing golf is probably not that bad for your life, but never having confidence, never having freedom, never having love and connection that you want, in my book, that's unacceptable. And if it's unacceptable in your world too, then let's go out there and do something. So click down below and share in the comments, what are you learning from this video? What are you finding most valuable? And until we speak again, may you have the courage to be who you are and to know on a deep level that you're awesome.